Well, 4th of July is coming up, so I wanted to add some fireworks, and I came across these Kraken rigid off J.R. Mattos' website, Mattos Designs, and I said, oh, these are going to be perfect. So I have two 1 meter. This is the bigger one right here, and I'll show you how big they are. So I'm putting two 1 meter and 3 1/2 meter, which is this size right here. So you can see basically the length of these. These are approximately 40 inches long, these rods. Here. So they measure, what do they measure here? Yeah, 39, you know, to the fitting, about 40, just over 41 inches to the fitting, but light wise, you're gonna get about 39 inches of light on the 1 meter. So I'll set that aside. And they have the X Connect, which is really nice. And this is so on one end of the box, when you receive it, you're gonna get your hub with all your fittings. These are already done. So I have one more outside, which is number 4. So I saved this one to show you what I did, how I created these, how I'm gonna mount them. Because I asked JR, I said, any ideas? He's like, I don't know. So I said, let me figure it out. So here's the 1/2 meter. Let's see what these guys measure. These are 19, just over 19 inches. So basically half the size of these. So I'll put these aside here. I'm just gonna stack these up here out of the way. So like I said, at one end of the box, you're gonna get your hub with all the fittings. So I had to figure out what thread size this was, because I'm gonna mount these on 1 inch poles, threaded pipe, basically. So let me get the hub out of here. So that's what you're gonna get, and you're gonna get 25 of these fittings. And how these work is they just go in like an air chuck fitting, which is really cool. So it's easy to take apart and put together, and then you're just gonna connect these one by one together. So I first had to find out what thread this was. So I got my handy dandy thread checker here, and it is an M10 1.5. Okay, so I got different sizes to see what was. I tried a 30 millimeter, but I found the 40 millimeter is the perfect size. So what I did, how I'm doing, you could do it your way and figure out, if you have a better way to doing it, let me know. This is what I came up with. So I just got me a 1 inch pipe cap, metal pipe cap threaded, and I drilled a 25/64 hole. That was the closest to a 10 millimeter. And I wanted to make it as tight as I could. I mean, it's so tight where you pretty much have to screw it into it here. So yeah, this one's really tight actually. Oh, you know what? That's okay. This is the one that my wife drilled for me. Usually I go through it. Oh yeah, this will work. Okay. So that's because I didn't want it wobbling around. So what I did is I got me these, at the hardware local. I think that these were either Lowe's. I think these were from Lowe's. But you want an M10 1.5. Now these are the 30s. I'm going to return those. You want the M10 1.5 40. These say 30. I'm taking these back. So I didn't know what size. So you're just going to put a washer in there, and then you're going to go ahead and. I mean, it's perfectly. The hole's just right, where you pretty much have to just thread it through there, so you won't have any wobbling. Good job, Michelle, because I had the drill press at the shop and I asked her to drill the last one for me. So then you're going to take another washer, and then I got me a lock nut just to make sure it doesn't vibrate loose. And then I'm just gonna, and these are you're going to use an 18 millimeter socket, and I got me an 18 millimeter on here. That's it. And these can go away. Then grab me another washer. Then you're gonna look at your ball here and you're gonna see at one point, you're gonna see one spot that has a lot of space around it. There's a couple spots on the ball. There's another one right here, but I find one with the most space. So I'm gonna call this top and I'm gonna go straight across to the bottom, and there it is, another one with the more space. So that's gonna be my bottom. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just screw this in. This, you just screw it in all the way. There. And then this is just gonna screw onto a 1-inch threaded pipe. And I'm gonna have these at various heights on my display, from 14 feet to 20 feet high. The big stars are gonna be higher in the sky, and then the smaller ones are gonna be anywhere from 14, 16, 17 feet, stuff like that. So then you're just gonna go ahead and start at the top. I found that the top and bottom, you can just put them in, you can thread them in all the way. They're not gonna get in the way. Sometimes you have to kind of finesse them in there, but they usually screw in really easy. So get this one in there. So top and bottom, and then you're just gonna go ahead and just start row by row all the way down. I found that I counted like 12 turns, and it seems to be the right depth before they start hitting each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'm just gonna speed this up here. There's my first row, and you just kind of look at your spacing, and you know, I try to get them as even as I can, and then I'm just gonna go, like this one's in a little bit more. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do like 2 turns, 2 turns. That one, see, that one's already touching, 1, 2, and I'm just gonna keep going through this one. This one's for some reason, oh no, that's it, that's all the way in. So, and then I'm just gonna kill 2 turns, keep going around with 2 turns until I get them where they're just gonna not going anymore and just touch the other one. So that one's in, that one's all the way in. And I'm just gonna keep going and just make them as even as I can, the depths, until they just start there, right there. That one's touching, that one's touching, that one's touching, that one goes a little more, that one's all the way, that one can go, that one's turning. Now, okay, that one's in all the way, that one's in. So there we go. So now I got the first row, and then just gonna check them, and they're pretty even. There's some will go in more than others. I guess how the angle of the ball is, but so that's the first row, and it's I believe it's 3 rows of 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3 rows of 8. And then you have the top one, so there's your 24 plus your top one, your 25. So, okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and just now do the next row. Same thing, I'm just gonna just kind of start off with about 12 turns. That seems to be the right depth. Okay, I got my 12 turns done. So now I'm 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just kind of even them out. These seem to go in a little bit deeper because they're in the middle. So I'm just going to keep going 2 turns all the way around until I reach a... There we go. See, that one's touching. That one's touching, so now I'll go ahead and just put this one in until it starts touching. So just like this one's gonna go all the way, looks like. So anyways, this is what you want to do, because it all depends on the angle. Yeah, see, this one happens to be just going in all the way. So, and that one's going in. That one's touching. This one is going. This one's gonna go in all the way too. My suggestion to JR is make these balls a little bit bigger so you can get your fingers in here to twist these guys on. And then also when you go to put your lights on, it's kind of not a lot of space to get your fingers to push these back to put your spikes in there. Maybe make this ball a little bit bigger, but that would be my suggestion on this guy. Okay, that one's touching. That one's touching, touching, and touching. And that one's good, good. Okay, so second row done, and the last row. Alright, so once again, 1, 2, it's tight. There was just a little bit more space in here. And once again, I'm just going to roll around 2 turns all the way around until I get when they start to touch in there. I think this one is getting tight. No, that one's still turning. Yeah, some of these threads are a little tighter than others, but for the most part they stay screwing really nice and smooth. Okay, I think I reached the end of this one. Let's see. Yep, that's good. And again, I'm just going to go a couple turns up. Looks like I'm getting to the end of this one. Get my fat fingers in here. Okay, I think this one is interesting. This will be the angle of this guy. Yeah, that one's in all the way. All right, keep going around until I reach a stopping point. Try to make them as even as I can, the threads sticking up. This one's starting to get hard. Yep, I think I reached the end of this one, I think. Let's see. Yep. And looks like that one's done all the way. Yep. That one's done too. Yep. Yep, and once the ones that they're all the way, then just go ahead and, if the other one next to it will go in some more, go ahead and bring it in until it's till you get a stopping point here. Okay, that one's in. That one's, looks like that one's done too. Let's see. Yep, that one's in. This one is done, done. Done, done, done. And there it is. Now I'm just gonna go. Now all you got to do is just take this and get a 1-inch threaded pipe. You can go 1.5 and just get a 1.5-inch pipe or whatever size you want to use, and just go ahead and screw it on there. So I already got my 5th hub on a pipe outside. I was doing some testing on it. So now next I'm gonna get these mounted on my various height pipes, and go ahead. And when you put the, when I was doing my testing, when you put your sticks on, your ridges here, I started from the top and then I spiraled down. So I went from here, like this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I jumped over here to 10. I just kept spiraling around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then I went to here, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And so I just kept spiraling and spiraling. And then that's how I connected them together. So basically, this is your 1. And then here's your, and then for instance, this would be 2. And then you would just connect the leaf. Of course, this is where you're going to connect. So on the little one, you can get away with just one connection. I'm on my smaller one, I'm just going to make it 1. It's 260 lights. But on the big one, because it's 20 lights, I did 26 and 24. So I did one through was it whatever. 260 lights, whatever that, 13. So I did 13 sticks, and then I did from 14 on. So I just left this. This was my one connection. Then after I did my 13, I obviously didn't connect it, and I just started again and left two of the males hanging down on the larger star. But on the small star, I'm connecting them all and having just one connection from here, and then it's just going to feed everything else on a circle. So I was doing some testing with the bigger one. It looks awesome. So I can't wait to see these things completely mounted and doing their thing. So there it is. So that's how I did my my Kraken rigid. All right, time to put the Kraken on my one. So again, this is a 1-inch pole. So this is a great way to set it up so you can do it without having to climb on a ladder. So this is a 5-foot pole, which is going to go on top of my mega tree right there. And on the other side of the topper is a 1.25 inch. That's an 1.25 inch pipe to a 1-inch reducer that this pipe over here is going to screw into. Once I get this all put together, I will pass this up to my wife, and she's going to help me screw this onto and I'm just going to use my tree base as a topper, basically for my fireworks star. I'm not going to have the lights on the tree, but at least it'll be ready for Halloween. So basically, you saw what I did was how I just put a 1-inch cap. I put some Vaseline around here, so it would be much easier to take apart in the off season when I'm done. That way, if any water penetrates here, it will not rust and then seize this thing and make it a really pain in the butt to take off. So we're going to go ahead and screw this on here. Again, I think hand tight's fine. I think it's going to take a lot for the wind to unscrew this because it's hurt. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. So like I said before, I'm going to start here with number 1, and this is going to be number 2. I'm leaving number 1 male alone because that's where I'm going to connect it to the controller. So then we're just going to connect female to male all the way around here. And again, I'll just speed this up so I don't bore everybody, but I'm just going to go ahead and connect all the spokes here. And what I'm doing, like I said, I'm going 1. This is going to be spoke 1, and then I'm going to spiral all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 will start here. I'm gonna cross, I'm gonna keep moving a step over and keep spiraling and spiraling and spiraling, so. And then I'll clean all this up with some zip ties when it's all, so I don't have a bunch of wires hanging down. All right, so just so I don't bore you guys, no sense of filming the whole thing. I'm just gonna finish this up and then we'll come back and I'll just show you the finish, what it looks like. Well, I got the 1 meter, no, this is the 1/2 meter star up. I utilized my mega tree base. I'm not putting the strips up for 4th of July. I think I would next year not use the mega tree base because the rocket kind of has to go up in or through one of the holes, and it's not a straight shot up to the star, but I'm just going to leave this one as is. Then I'm going to move over to my 1 meter, which is over here, the big one. And this is going to be 20 feet in the air. The one on my mega tree is 15. It's a 10-foot pole and a 5. This is 2 20-foot poles. This is a 1.5-inch pole on the base, which is going to mount right there to the house. And I pre-wired everything. I used, instead of zip ties, I got these little Velcro. Let me should get the camera here. I just took these self-sticking Velcro. It comes in big rolls. It has a carpet and the hook on one side. And I just cut some little strips and made myself a little removable. So I'm not cutting a bunch of zip ties at the end of the day when I go to take this down. So they're all buttoned up. I got my rocket lights on here, and I ran my, now the 1 meter runs on, I'm gonna run on 2 ports, 260 lights on port 1 and 240 lights on port 2. So they're 20 lights per stick, so 13 sticks on port 1 and what was that? 12 sticks, yeah, 12 sticks on the other port. So anyways, and I have it ready to hoist up and then get it secured. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. I'll get this, gonna get it all ready. It's ready to hoist up. I'm gonna secure it, plug everything in, and then we'll do a test tonight. There's my amazing wife, Michelle. Hi, say hi, Michelle. See, I'm old and I need double knee replacement, so she's not, and I'm not allowed on the roof. So I only go when it's extremely necessary. So she is amazing and helps out a lot. So nice to have a supported wife with this crazy hobby that we here are in. So there it is. That's the 1 meter star. You can see me back off here. You can see this one is 20 feet in the air, and I have a smart receiver up on the roof. I don't know if you can see it. It's inside. I put it inside a landscaping rock. So we ran the Ethernet cord, which we're going to run up the pole. You won't see it, and I'm using 2 ports of the 4-port smart receiver that's in there. So when we flip the rock up, it'll just look like a rock on the roof there, and keep the smart receiver from getting wet. I doubt we're gonna have some rain here, but you never know. But it'll also keep the sun off of it, cracking the plastic. I also, on all these sticks that you see up there, I don't think I mentioned it. I'm gonna try it. I got this stuff called 303. I'll show you. It's supposed to have my messy garage here. This stuff here, it is let me get the sun hitting it here. It's called 303 aerospace protectant. It's supposed to eliminate ultimate UV protection, because those sticks are just like a clear, thin plastic. And I think in this hot California sun we have here, it's either going to turn it yellow and or make it very brittle. So we'll see how this stuff works. But I coated each one. I just sprayed some on a rag, and I coated each one of the sticks with this on. I'll be doing this to all of the Kraken stars. So we'll see if this stuff actually works. All right, I finished setting up all my Kraken rigid fireworks yesterday. I did a test run last night. I'll show you that video, but I have 5 total. This one here is the 1 meter, which is 20 feet in the air. I'll show you how I attached it to the house. So I just put it on an umbrella base. My camera working here. Down here, I got an 80-pound sandbag sitting on it. And there's the rocket going up. And then I just used some 1-inch pipe. I put 2 flanges, and I put 2 elbows, another piece of 1-inch pipe. The reason why I did this is to pull it away from the gutter, so it's not putting pressure on the rain gutter. And I just got it attached with a 1-inch pipe bracket and 1/4-inch bolts. And this thing is rock solid. I mean, it doesn't move. So that's that one. I did the same process on all of them. This one is 14 feet in the air. This is the 1/2 meter. So, and same thing, 1-inch pipe. I did the same brackets on the house here, so you can see it. There we go. And then same thing, I just got it sitting on an umbrella base with an 80-pound sandbag on it. And this one is another 1/2 meter. So I have 3 1/2 meters and 2 1 meter. This one is 17 feet in the air. Same thing, right? Attached to they're all attached to the house the same way. With the, come on, there we go. With the same piping and same sandbag and everything. This one I'm using my Mega Tree base. I figured, I'll have to set it up for Halloween anyway, so I had to run it through the topper. It's okay. I tested it last night. I thought it was going to be a problem when it reached the topper and going around it, but it still looks good. So, anyways, this is another 1/2 meter and same system, and of course it's on my big old Mega Tree base. So, and last but not least, this is the other 1 meter, and this is 20 feet in the air also. So both of my 1 meters, I have them at 20 feet in the air, and same thing. All attached to the house with the flanges and the pipe, nice and secure, down to an umbrella base with 80 pounds of sand.